Good morning. Now you're not going to be able to see me really, but I wanted to get this update video in before we got moving. So it is day 6. We're just past a highway. We, as you saw from some videos, we had a beautiful, beautiful place to camp last night. It was just, I'm so glad we pushed on from, we were considering a camp spot just 6 miles out, and that was just too close, but it was a bit of a risk. We weren't sure what we were going to run into when it came to how many tent sites there'd be, and so we're all crammed in here. 3 people cowboy camped. One had a tent without a fly, and then there was the other 2 tents fully up, and all of our stuff's frozen. Sleeping bags are solid on the outside. I'm looking forward to moving, but I had to put on frozen soaked shoes, so this is the desert so far in winter. I'm glad we're starting now and not sooner. There's some people ahead we've been watching or hearing about / from. There's snow up in the Laguna mountains, and that's where the majority of the group today is hoping to be. I don't think my body's up for that because it's 15.6 miles, and I just don't think I'm ready for that yet. But we're gonna just see what we're up for. So it's a cold morning. We're going to all have to pull our stuff out into a wide spot in the sun and let it dry out, thaw. Especially because once you actually put stuff in your pack, it really stays cold. Like we have cheese sticks that we got on day 0, and they've stayed cold in their pack the whole time. So either way, that's what we're up to for the day. A couple of the girls in our group are interested in the Humans of the PCT project I'm doing, so I don't know if I'm going to put any of that out anytime soon, but I'm hoping to get some of that started today, especially because I think we're all going to meet up at a campground at some point, and then they're going to keep going, and we're going to take another night before Laguna. Maybe we'll meet them the next morning. I don't know. I hope so. I really do love these people already. They're just fantastic. I'd love to do the whole trail with them, but it's just too early and 2 different paces for that probably. But that's the morning. It's cold. See you in a bit.
By that point, I'll probably be sweating.
How do we avoid our feet becoming so frozen again?
So not far out of camp, you can see we got some sun up. I've showed you little bits of that so far. Just hiked out with frozen soaked hip straps and whatnot. Always a bit cold on first contact, but not too bad. Just warming up going up the hill. Just took off on the warm layers. Rocking the dew. Just waiting on Chelsea. It's always really hard on her starting with a real uphill in the cold that really messes with her exercise asthma. And so just giving her a couple to kind of get started. So I'm just holding up, making sure she's doing fine. I just had to push ahead a bit to get warm, but now that I'm in a little bit of sun and whatnot, it's not doing too bad. So we're gonna meet up at a watering hole at mile 2, which I'm pretty sure we have 2 of us already there that headed out early because they were wearing shorts and cold. And rather, it was really cold and they were wearing shorts. I have a feeling we're going to kind of separate into 2 groups today. Sadly, though, there's a few of us that aren't up to the 15.6 miles into Mount Laguna today, and some that are, I think. So, it's way too early to actually form a consistent tramley, just because the paces vary so much. You haven't just kind of run across people that happen to be at your pace. So, I don't think we're going to stick together, which sucks, but just especially at this point, it's just probably how it is. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going in a minute. Just want to see Chelsea pop up behind me and head onward, starting to get some breakfast in me. As cool as it is, though, it is gorgeous, despite the highway noise. But the camp spot last night was fantastic. It was worth it, even though our tent is just a sheet of ice right now, jammed into our bags. We're hoping for some warmth and sunlight in an open place for everyone to dry their stuff off kind of midday, take a long lunch, and then just see what we feel up for the rest of the day. going to be a little bit of uphill getting into Mount Laguna. There was snow a couple days ago, so I'm hoping we don't run into too much of that. But we'll see. It is a lot of elevation today. I expected there to be more of it on the way here, but I think we still have 2,000 to 3,000 feet from here over the next 15 miles. So, you know, that's not too bad until you're carrying a pack and you're doing it day on day. So we'll see what we actually do today. I'm kind of thinking 8 to 10 miles and then 5 to 8 miles to get into Laguna tomorrow and just camp somewhere on the outside. And we have a resupply we sent there, so we'll grab that and just keep moving. It's been nice to have water pared down a bit more appropriately. It's much less heavy. So I'll check with you guys in a bit. So I just switched out of my pants, and 10 seconds later, I wonder if I regret that. The heat is my biggest limiter when I move, so as long as I stay cool, I can keep up a pace. So I have my shorts of motivation, which cover less than my Under Armour does, which makes it aesthetically fantastic. The blue just matches my shorts. But we just walked around a corner out of the sun. Oh, just cold air coming down over a frozen hill. But it's been gorgeous just weaving in between these mountains. Looks like we're headed down a bit for our Kitchen Creek water source, and then up. Maybe a short world at the moment, but we're on top of it. My back is a lot more tired today than it was yesterday. But it's a process. There's ups and downs. Sleeping now is really comfortable. Like, pretty much as completely as comfortable as at home, I want to say. If not, it's close. So, we're getting more fit. And loving it. So we're pushing on noon. Started nice and frigid, and now the sun is decently vicious. It's not a horribly hot day, but it's some noticeable sun. We've really had to take a little bit more extra precautions, more water, and really pull out the sun stuff. I'm actually going to have to switch to shorts to sun pants, or pants that I'm using as sun pants. We're nearing a campground. We're going to go ahead and explode our stuff out, let it dry, and make some food. We're really hungry. We did a quick departure this morning food-wise, and I'm just famished. Did have a hard period for a while. As soon as we got some water earlier, just my back was horrible exhaustion. I think some was the added weight of the water, and then I put all my heavy stuff on one side of my pack, like a camera, sunbrella, full water, nearly empty water on the other side. So I just think it was too much. So that was a really unpleasant mile or two that just staggered me. Wouldn't say high spirits, wouldn't say low, but I'd still rather be here than somewhere else. But that was worse than day one for my back for a bit, so it's just been a little bit of a rougher day, especially with the heat. So we're just about to that campground to take a bit of a break. Our tramway is probably 20 miles away now. Not really, but hoping to just reconnect with them at our final camp spot tonight. But this heat is definitely not speeding us up, so check in a bit later. Looking forward to a bit of food. There are lizards everywhere. Yep. So we're just about to hit camp. I'm just a few hundred feet away, I think. We weren't sure where it was, and so I just laid down for a minute while Chelsea checked out where. It's honestly been our hardest day so far. My back's just been giving me hell, and just it's not a crazy ascent today, but given the significant exposure mixed with our bags and the elevation, it's just been our hardest day yet. It's been hard to get through. So we were hoping to do 9 miles while everyone else did like 15, and we're stopping at about 6. So it's not what we were hoping for, but it's just what our bodies demand. Lots of breaks, and while we're getting to bed pretty early, so to speak, it's just my body's done. So we have a similar distance tomorrow that we're probably going to cover, and then we'll probably just do the last couple miles into Mount Laguna to get a resupply and go from there. So a little bit longer than we were expecting, but it's the beginning. We got to go slow. The first few days were really pretty flat, besides getting out of Hauser Creek, which wasn't too bad. So it's just a lot steeper. I mean, yesterday just kind of felt easy, but today was just a lot more sustained elevation, so just exhausted. So I'm going to set up camp in a minute. I might not do another update video today, so I'll either see you later or I'll see you tomorrow.